Hello everyone! Just as I said last time, this time we're going to talk about the relationship between this story and the religion. As I was reading this story, I found an interesting connection between this story and the religion. Since James Joyce himself had a lot to do with his religion, that must have been revealed in the story too, and that was my thought. So I researched about it a little and found out some connections and some researches about it. So I'm going to tell this today to you. The narrator in Araby is a small boy whose everyday routines are mundane and lonely. He watches from his window the sister of his friend. She is the part of the familiar surroundings of the boys' street as well as the exotic promise of the bazaar. In that bazaar, different experiences are provided just as she provides the boy with unfamiliar feelings and joy. His love, however, should win over the boy's homework, his uncle's ignorance, and a far trip to bazaar. Though he went to the Araby in order to purchase something to give the girl, he only encounters meaningless stuffs and neglectful people. Furthermore, he only meets British accents and British young people instead of the exotic beauty of the East that he expected. At that moment, he realizes that Mangan's sister will fail him as well, and that his desire for her was only a vain wish, just like the Araby. So Araby here also represents Mangan's sister. This indicates that love wasn't something easy enough to do at the reality of Ireland. So just as this love wasn't easy for the boy. So let's go to the ending part of the story today. This boy gets a moment of epiphany, and that is concluded in the feeling of anguish and anger. His arrival at the bazaar is the start of the awakening to the dark side of the reality, and the epiphany of his feeling to be vain. His failure at the bazaar indicates the failure at love with Mangan's sister, and suggests that some feeling of fulfillment and achievement remain foreign to the Dubliners, even in the most unusual events of the city like an annual bazaar. This boy experiences continuous chaos and wandering in his mind since his urge for the ultimate beauty for her, Mangan's sister. So he aims for achieving his pure love for her, and that mind is something of an expression of a strong desire toward humanity. However, his reality is far from pure love and romance he dreams of. He goes to the bazaar in order to please her, but instead finds how foolish he was. His love for her, what he indicates as foolish, represents himself, which used to be pure and young but later deformed because of the dissanctified world. He shows strong will to get to Mangan's sister, therefore showed a great will, but his will fails ultimately. His value of purity and sublime collapses in the reality, and he himself is frustrated together with that fact. So the mood of the story is a bit dark and hard to explain and kind of full of desolated and lonely feelings. But it reminds the readers of the dry reality that the pure religious souls have already corrupted. The reality lost its holiness and was conquered by the materialistic values. So the sign of corruption is even apparent to the boy, even though he is still too young to encounter this truth. So we finished with the mood of the story and with the explanation of the story Araby, and thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.